My name is Christina Unkel, and I am an attorney at Maglio, Christopher & Toale, located here in Sarasota, Florida. I have been an attorney for about 3 years. I graduated from Stetson College of Law in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I practice commercial litigation, complex litigation, and sports arts and entertainment law. In addition to my law practice, I am also an international FIFA referee. I am honored to be selected as one of the 3 women in the United States by the U.S. Soccer Federation to represent U.S. soccer on the international level. So, for example, the FIFA World Cups, as well as potential Olympics, and other international tournaments. I have the honor of representing our country as being selected to officiate in those tournaments. So refereeing does take a lot of time out of obviously the average day, but it has contributed a lot in allowing me to kind of have that mental stress relief from the everyday problems or issues, to allow me to take that kind of break, focus on something else I truly enjoy in my life, and then being able to refocus back with practicing the law. So it allows me to take those necessary breaks, once again refresh my perspective, and approach each time with renewed enthusiasm. I've been refereeing for about 17 years at this point, and through it all, obviously you gain experience into the particular area that where you're refereeing at, and the same thing transcends into the law. But being able to take a break and take a quick second, obviously in refereeing you only have a split or second or two, but also the same thing with law. Be able to step back from the situation and really see the situation for what it is, and be able to take a quick analysis of the situation, be able to calm everyone down and advise them appropriately. So those skills from the refereeing have transcended into the legal practice by allowing me to step back from these situations that may be fueled very much by people's emotions and passions, and being able to take a very black and white approach to it. Having only practiced for 3 years, I've actually had some very good exposure to a mid-large firm practice, as well as to a very high what one would consider as a bigger law practice, as well as to the current practice that I have. And the biggest thing for me in finding the law firm that I wanted to practice at, or at least how I go about practicing the law, was really dependent upon what it is that I saw was very valuable to me in life. Not in a selfish way, but in a way of how is it that I can give back to a firm 100%, but also what I'm looking back from a firm in a relationship kind of an aspect. So it's a relationship that needs to be formed, and it's one of those things that I truly knew who I was myself and what it is that would make me happy and be able to actually perform to the level that's expected or required from not just the firm but the clients. So for me, it was a journey to find the right fit, but the thing is, I never really limited myself. I always looked for those things that would allow me to have that overall work-life balance when it comes to balancing the passions in my life that I've been pursuing for 17 years with the refereeing, as well as balancing my career passion, as well as balancing when it comes down to family and friends and other extracurricular activities that I do. So finding this place and being able to practice here at Maglio, Christopher & Toale, it was a blessing for me because I really stuck to what I considered were very high values in my life, and I made sure that I didn't go down that traditional path of it doesn't exist. And thankfully, by me being very strong in that and being very clear and definitive as to the goals and the objectives in my life, and being very clear, it has allowed the firm to also be reciprocal back, so we're able to find a relationship where some places are a one-size-fits-all kind of a place, and this thankfully is one of those law firms, as well as I'm kind of one of those people that it was just a good relationship to have. My advice for any young attorneys that are coming out, or in my position, having practiced less than 5 years, is that don't get stuck in what has been already predefined as success in our area, in our career. And success for one person isn't the same as for another person. Specifically, if you have different things in your life that you truly hold and you value higher than others. So although there's that traditional route of going to the big law firm and making the 6 figures and billing the high hours, that's not for everyone. And we hear of many people who graduate from law school and even have passed the bar but still practice in the business sector, right, with their Juris Doctorate degree. So I think the biggest thing for new graduates, as well as young attorneys, and even those attorneys who may be considering a different life change or maybe questioning the path that they took, is define what success is for you. Don't be afraid. Don't have that fear to make a decision that you think may not be, looked upon by others as the correct or the right decision, because really the correct or the right decision is really based on who you are, what you want in life, and how you're able to, achieve all of that. So that would be my probably biggest advice.